I'm Cathlyn Choi, a Korean chef now living in the US. My passion is creating healthy and delicious foods using some of my favorite Korean ingredients. Join me in learning about Korean foods, ingredients, and culture. Next on Cathlyn's Korean Kitchen. In today's episode, I'll share a couple of the most popular Korean bar food recipes. Golbangi muchim, sweet and spicy sea snail salad, and jaeyook bokkeum, delicious spicy pork stir-fry served with pan-fried tofu. In today's show, I have a special surprise. My friend Woody just arrived from Australia, and he had asked me to take him on a night out to Koreatown to discover for himself how closely we associate foods when socializing with our friends. But first, I'd like to share with you a couple of the most popular Korean Anju dishes. Let's get started on the first recipe, the golbangi muchim. I have some romaine lettuce, which I'm going to chop up, and also slice up some onion and some green onions. That's all I'm going to do. And also these sesame leaves go very well with the seasnail salad. The only other vegetables I'm going to slice up are half a brown onion and some green onions. Remove the stems of these beautiful sesame leaves, roll them tight, and cut them up in chiffonade. The carrots are already shredded. Since this is a raw food salad, we don't need any cooking. Just season it with some gochujang sauce and sesame oil. It's hard to get fresh sea snails, but fortunately I was able to get some from the Korean market. I'm going to cut the snails up in smaller pieces. These bite-top sea snails have been pickled and seasoned in soy sauce, so you don't need to cook them. All I'm going to do is take all the sliced up sea snails and move it over into the bowl with the lettuce and onions. As for the seasoning, I'm mixing in a heaping tablespoon of mild gochujang chili paste, about a tablespoon of sesame oil, 2 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce, half a teaspoon of minced garlic, a tiny bit of minced ginger, and for a little bit of added sweetness, sprinkle some organic cane sugar. Since this is a muchim dish, I'm going to use my hands to mix all the ingredients together. To this, I'm going to add some chopped green onions. In the Korean cuisine, there are a lot of muchim dishes, which is basically a variety of vegetables and ingredients mixed with some seasoning right before they're served. A little tasting. Delicious. Not too spicy. A little kick from the gochujang sauce. The sea snail salads are always served with fresh noodles. So I've prepared some angel hair pasta because they're very lean and the texture is great, goes well with the salad. And on top, I'll sprinkle some fresh shredded carrots. Don't forget the sesame leaves, goes really well with the sea snail salad. And lastly, the toasted sesame seeds. And the way we eat golbangi muchim is we just mix all the ingredients together and enjoy. The next recipe is jaeyook bokkeum, which is marinated stir-fry pork. So I have about a pound of samgyeopsal, which is the tri-tip bacon slices. So since I'm handling some meat, I'm going to use another cutting board here. Samgyeopsal is very popular in the Korean cuisine and especially for barbecues. But this is a very special dish, another one of the popular Anju dishes. The marinade is pretty similar to that of the seasnail salad. It's going to be sweet and spicy. So in a bowl, I'm going to combine 2 heaping tablespoons of gochujang chili paste and 2 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce, about a tablespoon of sesame oil. Because pork already has fatty oil in it, I'm not going to use too much oil here. Tablespoon of minced garlic, tablespoon of minced ginger, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and some black pepper. Now it's time to mix the marinade with the pork. I've gloved up for this next muchim. When handling the meat, I prefer to do it with the gloves on. We'll let the pork marinate for about 15 to 20 minutes and then start working on slicing the tofu and pan frying it over a little oil. For this dish, we need an extra firm tofu because we don't want too much moisture. I'm going to use half this curd of tofu. Cut them in squares. It's good for about 2-3 servings. Next, I'm going to pan fry the tofu using a non-stick skillet. In Korean cuisine, we pan fry our foods a lot, so no deep frying. And while this is heating up, we'll need a little bit of egg wash. The reason for doing this is to dip the tofu, coat it on both sides so it will get a little bit brown on the outside. Also, it will add a little bit of flavor to it. See, on the other side, it's a little brown. We're not adding too much salt to the tofu because it's going to be served with the already flavored pork stir fry. Tofu's ready. Move them onto the plate. We'll put the tofu around the plate and put the jaeyook bokkeum in the middle. Next, we're going to stir fry the pork. It's been marinating for about 15 minutes, plenty of time. Just going to drizzle a little bit of sunflower oil, just a tiny few drops so that they don't stick at the bottom of the pan. And when you see the oil dancing around the pan like this, that means it's ready. Now in goes our pork marinade. Spread them out evenly around the wok. Because it's pork, you'd want to cook it a little bit longer just to be on the safe side. Getting brown, that's great. And caramelized from the sugars and gochujang sauce. While the pork's cooking, I'll slice up the remaining half a brown onion from earlier and some green onions, which is really going to add a nice flavor to the pork stir fry. So to this, I'll add the sliced onion and the green onion. Just gonna give it a little toss. The pork's all cooked. Smells really good. The mix of sesame and soy sauce with the gochujang sauce, they go very well together. I've sliced up more sesame leaves. So I'm gonna put it right in the middle here. A little bed of sesame leaves. Then on top, scoop out some jaeyook bokkeum. It's going to go really well with the tofu. Lastly, some toasted sesame seeds. Now for the fun part, time for me to taste the food. I'll start with the golbangi muchim. A little chewy from the seasnail, but the marinade of the gochujang sauce and sesame oil goes really well with the vegetables, very crisp. The noodles I've cooked just perfectly al dente. And this pan-fried tofu. Tofu is one of my favorite things to eat. And pork. The softness of the tofu complements the texture of the stir-fried pork really nicely. It's very tender, moist, and extremely tasty. Koreans tend to enjoy spicy foods and soups with our national spirit of Korea, which is soju, the fermented rice wine. Well, I have to say, these foods can't be eaten without a bottle of crisp, cold soju. So why don't you join me and Woody on our adventure through exploring some of the most exotic bar foods and nightlife in Koreatown. We began our night in Koreatown at a popular all-you-can-eat barbecue restaurant that serves up over 17 different kinds of meats and seafood. Hey Woody, welcome to Koreatown.
Look, Korean barbecue. I've been here to one of these things in Sydney, but it was pretty simple, you know, a little bit of pork, a little bit of prawn. I'm thinking you can show me something that's really Korean.
These are the side dishes, so they come with the barbecue, as you know.
What is that?
That is Korean egg like casserole.
Well, I should do the gentlemanly thing.
Oh, okay.
Your glass.
And we do it with two hands like that.
Okay. Like you give business cards, right?
That's true, too. And I have to pour for you.
You have to
Here
pour
you
for
go.
me? Okay.
Yes, there you go. We say konbae or wihayo.
Konbae or
Wihayo.
wihayo.
To us.
To us.
Okay.
And the thing I like about this Korean barbecue is that it's just cooked in front of you.
It looks like beef, doesn't it? Thinly
It looks
cut.
like pancetta.
Pancetta.
You know, I'm guessing it's not.
Actually, it's cow tongue.
Cow tongue. Hold your tongue, young lady. It looks good. I mean,
yes.
I'm happy to eat cow tongue.
You know, one beautiful thing about Korean barbecue, everything, all the cuts of meat are very thinly sliced. And of course, eating when you're drinking helps too.
Yeah, and the definition of moderation changes from different place to place. So, depending on how many places you go to in a night.
Sure. How was it?
It's beautiful. Can we try this,
Yes,
this egg?
definitely.
Okay.
Please help yourself.
Okay. And do I serve you?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
There
Here we go.
you go. Thank you. It's really hot, but that's the whole idea, using this clay pot. Hot pots, yes.
It's
Keep
like
it
it's
hot.
the temperature of
Yes.
the sun. And can I add some kimchi to this? It's
Whatever
just
you
basically
want.
whatever you prefer,
Yeah.
right? That's what I like about Korean food. It's not like you get one dish and it's that way. You can mix and match.
Sure. Let's see.
sort of thing,
All
okay.
right. Don't burn your tongue.
Oh my God. That's why there's beer on the way. Tell me about this. What is it?
It's called minari watercress.
Okay, watercress. Looks like an Italian
And
parsley
pear.
leaf. And pear.
Yes,
Like
and
is that
some
the
radish.
Asian pear? Yeah. And radish.
It's oyster. The whole idea is to just mix it all together with all this spices.
That's delicious. I
You
like the
it?
spice in there,
Yeah.
the texture of it, the freshness of the minari.
Yeah, I love that.
Watercress, beautiful. What are we having next?
Next course. Oh my goodness. You know, they actually pre-cooked
Pre-cooked what?
in the other grill.
It looks like chicken. You can see something like a little hole in it, so I'm thinking intestines of some kind. I mean, check that out. It's got a little...
Oh, okay.
Hello, what's your name? Hello.
They're tripes, but they're 3 different parts.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant. Like I'm halfway around the world, only to eat what I was brought up eating when I was a child on the farm.
And there's one more thing that I have to order with the soju, which I really like. Let me pour a little for you first.
Thank you. Gombe.
Come.
It's slightly crispy, but as it's like fatty, gelatinous.
A little
texture
bit.
to the center of it.
But actually, you know, the tripes is a delicacy in Korea, and it's usually prepared either grilled or even as a stew. And I like to dip mine in a little bit of the red hot chili sauce.
Okay. Now, how popular is this dish as opposed to something like, you know, shrimp or chicken?
I mean, we eat a lot of seafood in Korea, but this, I would say almost everybody's top 3 things to eat, even mine, so.
Thanks for teaching me.
You're very welcome, and we can move on after this.
Yeah, let's go out and see another place.
Definitely.
Gombe.
Come.
So I've got to ask you a burning question.
Uh-oh.
What is that thing on the end of the table over there?
It's a call button for the service. You have that in almost all the Korean restaurants.
Will they bring me soju instantly if they just look at me and I push this button?
There you go. You
Oh,
see?
amazing noise.
Yeah. Once, just once.
Once is enough? Hold on. There you go. Just sorry, not being pushy. We've got fun on a stick in
Yes,
different
fun on a
shapes and
stick.
forms. And this
Wow,
is
look
the
at
stew.
that.
Wow. Is this souk?
How'd you know?
Because I've been doing a little bit of research.
It's very aromatic.
Yeah.
It's good for your health, and so we use that in our soups.
And so what else do we have? We've got
have
some
mushroom.
gnocchi.
Yeah, mushrooms, yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
And what else do we have here? We have some sausage.
This stew, it's called budae.
Budae.
Good, good,
And that
good.
means?
Literally means military stew. This dish actually originated from after the Korean War.
Okay, 1953.
After the war, meats were very scarce. But there were a lot of military in Korea, especially in the northern part of Seoul. A lot of Koreans who lived around that area, they used to get American Spam or sausages from the base.
I like the way that the soup is served because
Yes.
with plenty of good-looking ingredients.
Also a lot of vegetables always in our soups, and some kimchi too.
Yeah, well, I can't see many dishes that are coming out that don't include kimchi, either as a condiment or an ingredient. But is this as a result of American influence that we've got bacon on here? This is rice cake
Yes.
wrapped in bacon.
Try that. How's that?
Oh God, that's candy for men.
I knew you'll like it.
We call it man candy. Right there. That's triple heavy, right there.
You can have that.
He's like a soldier. Come to guard the soup. I'm on the 32nd parallel. Look out!
As we literally eat our way through Koreatown, I then took Woody to one of my favorite lounges and sample a selection of tasty Korean bar snacks. You know, because we ate a lot of food from the first place,
Right.
I thought we'd do something a little lighter. You can see these are
Peanuts.
roasted peanuts.
Uh-huh.
But these are
I have no idea what that is.
dried fish. Dip it in here, a little bit of hot sauce and mayo.
It is essentially fish jerky. Instead of a big bowl of chips like you'd
Right.
get in a bar.
Exactly.
I like that though.
That's good.
Yeah.
This is corn cheese.
Corn cheese.
Very popular. Be careful, it's really hot.
So we Koreans tend to drink our alcohol with some kind of broth, right? So this is odang soup. And these are all fish cakes in different forms and shapes.
Different forms of fish
Yeah.
and tofu. Process that goes into tofu
It's
and
like,
these sorts of
it's true.
noodles and things like that.
Yeah.
But the flavor of this is quite salty, mild, vegetable, a little bit of maybe fish stock. Seems like
It's fish
comfort
stock.
food for the,
Yes,
for the
it's
family.
definitely comfort food
Yeah,
and bar food.
beautiful.
Goes well with alcohol, like I said.
Of course, I couldn't resist taking Woody to a 노래방, which is Korean karaoke, because singing with friends is part of our drinking culture. Plus, we needed to work off all the food that we ate. Fortunately, we found a lot of songs in English that Woody could sing to. Not surprisingly, after a couple of hours singing in the karaoke room, Woody and I were hungry again. So I took him to a pojang matcha stand, a very traditional mobile food wagon that can be found along the curbsides in Korea. We were fortunate to find one in Koreatown, so we helped ourselves to some sundae stir-fry and vegetable pancakes. They were delicious and a perfect ending to our night in Koreatown.
I think the world has at one stage or another invented a dish like this, and it's good to see that it is part of the staple.
Glad you enjoyed it.
I love it.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining
It's a pleasure. I'll come back anytime.
Anytime.
I think Woody was inspired to create new drinks based on the foods we sampled tonight. Well, that's it for today. I hope you'll join me next time on Cathlyn's Korean Kitchen. And remember, life's delicious, so taste it.